Hey guys, it's Gary back for a legal tip on our title insurance fees negotiable. Now, everybody seems to be moving to the state of South Carolina, and who could hardly blame them? We got beautiful weather, we have low taxes, we have low house prices. It's a wonderful place to live. Crime's very low here as well. So, half of the United States probably wants to move to South Carolina because it is a great place to live. But as a real estate agent, when you're dealing with people moving from state to state, whether you're in South Carolina, or you're in California, or you're in Colorado, it doesn't matter. You're going to get questions from your clients that are based on where your client currently lives versus where they're currently moving. And so one of these questions we get often is for people who move from states that have this that our state does not, is are real estate title insurance fees negotiable? Can we ask for a reduction on the price? Can you reduce the price? Can you help on that price? Some states are fee negotiated states for title insurance, meaning they have kind of a set fee and then they can negotiate off that price. And usually it's based on how expensive the deal is. The more expensive, the more willing they are to reduce those fees. South Carolina is not that. South Carolina, our fees are rate approved. And what that means is the title insurance companies, and we're not talking about the individual attorney, but the big national companies, those companies have to get the fees approved by the Department of Insurance. And those fees are set. And so reduction of fees cannot happen. Those fees are set, approved by the Department of Insurance. So when you have a client that's moving from another state that says, hey, when I bought my house, I was able to negotiate title insurance fees, they cannot do that in South Carolina because we're a rate approved state. Other states have that. If you're in a state other than South Carolina, you need to check with your title company or the closing attorney and ask, are you a rate approved state or are you a negotiated state? And before you ask for those discounts. Now, the second thing you have to understand in a rate approved state where fees don't change is that the fees are going to be the same across the board, regardless which closing attorney you use. But some attorneys might try to buy your closing like real estate agents do with listings. And what I mean by that is they may quote you a fee that's different than the other attorney, but what they're doing is quoting you a different product, not the same product. Basically, in title insurance, you're going to have a standard policy and an enhanced policy. At Blair Cato, we always issue the enhanced policy because it has the maximum coverage, the best coverage, and we don't think it would be right to sell a standard policy to the client because it doesn't have the coverages. And I just don't believe that's, you want to leave your client exposed. There's some coverages under the Hanson policy that does a better job of covering foreclosures and bankruptcies in the chain of title. But main thing I like about it, it does have an inflation accelerator in it. So as the value of the house goes up, so does your coverage. With the standard policy, the coverage is set based on what you paid for it at the time. So if you have two different quotes, it's likely the first attorney, the highest attorney, is quoting you the enhanced policy, and the other attorney's only quoting you a standard policy. And when they get to closing, if they buy the enhanced policy, it's going to be the exact same fee. So be sure you ask, are you quoting an enhanced policy or a standard policy when you see different quotes coming from different attorneys? The policy amount should be within a few dollars of each other, but that's why sometimes you get different quotes because they're not quoting you the same product. So be careful of that. All right, I hope everybody has a good weekend. Don't forget to sign up for the Real Estate Success Summit. We are down to just a couple of weeks before it happens on April 7th. And tickets are down. I think we only have like 30 left. We've already sold over 270 tickets, around 270 tickets. So y'all try to go ahead and get those tickets bought because we will probably close out tickets about a week prior to the event so that we can get our final numbers to the conference center or convention center. All right, y'all take care. Have a great weekend.